So I've been asked to go through some questions from lesson 307 and 308. So we'll start off with 307, which is the probability tree. So question 1, of the year 13 Paradise High School students, 52% are girls. Probability that a boy studies statistics is 0.7. Whereas the probability a girl studies statistics is 0.42. So the different probabilities should, straight away in your mind, you should be thinking, well, they're not independent. It depends whether they're a boy or a girl. And they've put that information in there for you. So first part is complete the probability tree. So the first event is whether they're a boy or girl. So if it's 52% that they're a girl, it must be 0.48 that they're a boy, because those two values should add up to 1. Likewise with statistics, whether they're in statistics or not, so 0.58, if it's 42% they're in statistics, it's 0.58 that they're out. If it's 0.74, so you're more likely to be in statistics if you're a boy than a girl, and it means it's 0.26. So the next part to complete it is to do this calculation that we've got at the top here, is work out the probability of each event. So for the case of being a girl and not statistics, it's 0.52 times 0.58, and it's 0.48 times 0.74, just going along the branches. So the last one is 0.48 times 0.26. I'll just pause the video and get my calculator to do those calculations. After doing those calculations on my calculator, I end up with those values. I do a quick check to add those 4 values up at the end there to make sure they add up to 1, and they do, so I can proceed. So in a normal question, when there's a probability tree, I would do that process no matter what it's asked you to do, whether you have to draw it yourself or whether you have to add in information, but I'd always work out the probability of each outcome. So what usually follows is some questions about that probability tree. So calculate the probability tree that a year 13 Paradise High School student is a girl who doesn't study statistics. So that's nice and easy. So the probability is the probability of girl and doesn't study statistics. I can just read straight off the chart. So it's this value here, which is 0.3016. Okay, C, calculate the probability that a year 13 Paradise High School student does not study statistics. So the probability that a student does not do statistics, well, that's the probability that they are a girl and don't do statistics, plus probability they're a boy and don't do statistics. So if I read from my tree, it's that 0.3016 plus the not statistics for boys, which is 0.1248. Which then, working that out, becomes 0.4264. By adding those two together. Moving on to D, what percentage of the year 13 students are girls or study statistics? So what percentage of the students are girls or study statistics? So probability they're girls or study statistics. Okay, so that's going to be the probability that they're girls plus the probability of anyone studying statistics, but making sure that we don't double up on the girls who study statistics, because otherwise they're going to be in both. So first of all, the probability you're a girl, 0.52, plus probability you're in statistics is this value for the boys and that value for the girls. Now, if we just change that and just add the boys, ignoring the girls who have already been counted, then we'll get our answer. So the probability is we have to add 0.355 2, which doing that on our calculator, 2 plus 0.3552, 87.52. Now, I'll just explain that a little bit because that could be confusing. So the key thing is, hopefully you can see where the 52 came from. The bit that, so the second part is whether people study statistics or not. So that's the girls who study statistics and the boys who study statistics. So in theory, the probability that someone does statistics could be those two added up already. But in this 52 that I've used, I've already used this branch. So I don't want to double that up. So what I've done is I've used the 0.52 plus the girls, plus the boys' result to get my final answer. Okay, so E. Moving on to E. What percentage of year 13 what percentage of year 13 Paradise High School students who study statistics are girls? So first of all, we need to know what is the probability that you study statistics, and that's these two highlighted values together, plus 0.3552, and that represents all the people who do statistics. And then on the top, we just want the percentage, the probability that a student is a girl and does statistics, 0.2184. And because we want a percentage as our final answer, we write it. We times it by 100. Using our calculator, we get 38.08%. Now, I have rounded that to 4 significant figures, which, unless you're told otherwise, is probably a good idea to do. And that's my answer. So if convert this information into a probability table. So basically, we just take that information that we've got there. So in other words, GS we write as 0.2184. G not S, so G not S is this one, which becomes 0.3016. And we've got BS 0.3552. And the last one, B complement of S, or not statistics, 0.1248. And that's really just recognizing and showing that how the tree is linked together with the probability table. The thing is with a probability table is that you can add in the totals as well. So first of all, we know that this should be 1 because it's adding in the probabilities. And I'll fill in the other totals by adding them together. In the course of doing that calculation on the calculator, I suddenly realized we'd worked out some of these results already, or we should have known them. But obviously this is the probability you're a girl, which the 52 comes from over there, and obviously the 48. And likewise, we worked out the probability that people don't do statistics, which is that value there. So sometimes in these questions they double up all over the place, so you don't necessarily have to do much calculating. So that covers the probability trees 307. Hopefully that gives you a hand with going forward with the other questions. Keep coming back to me with questions if you need to. I was going to do this in one video with 307 and 308, but this has gone 12 minutes, so it's probably too long a video. So I'll do a separate video for 308.